Yo, what's up YouTube? Thank you guys for tuning in to another video here on the channel. Today I wanted to talk about GTA 6 and the news that's released recently. And it's not even really the news that I want to talk about, more about the discussion around the news. So if you don't know, you've been living under a rock, GTA 6 is set to come out in November. They recently opened up the pre-orders for, I think it was last week. So they have two different versions of the game. They have the base version and the ultimate version, which the base version is going for 80 and the ultimate version is going for 100. So when it comes to GTA 6, I think it's a very weird and it's a very weird place to be in because when you're coming off of GTA 5, there are so many high expectations. If you don't know, GTA 5 is the biggest entertainment property of all time. There's not a single movie, piece of music, piece of art, piece of entertainment, anything. Nothing has grossed as much money as GTA. GTA 5, I believe, was released in 2013, and ever since then, that GTA, every single year since then, GTA has been a top selling game every single year since then. And it's mostly because of really how great the game is, but also GTA Online was a huge proponent. And it's part of the reason they were able to take so long making GTA 6 was because GTA 5 and GTA Online was making so much money. It's like they're in no rush. But the video I'm going to make today is about the discussion around the pre-order bonuses and the way that people discuss the property now, because I'm noticing things that people do that are really annoying. As far as the way that we discuss certain topics after time, and then I also want to talk about this pre-order bonus, but just to get it out the way. So, like I said, they released the pre-orders. The pre-order for the base version is $80, and they have an ultimate version with $100. So the the ultimate version is the base version. However, they locked a bunch of content behind a paywall, which is the $20 extra for the ultimate version. And what they're locking behind a paywall, what the ultimate version has that the base version doesn't have, is apparently that there are a number of shops, of stores, of car shops, like car auto, like mechanic shops, a bunch of cosmetics like hairstyles, clothes, guns, accessories, stuff like that, that is trapped behind the Ultimate Edition. So that if you do not pay for the Ultimate Edition, you will not have access to those other ancillary things. So just off the bat, I feel two ways about it because it's definitely a double sided coin. Because on the whole big picture, this is bad for the industry. You don't want video game companies or any companies in general to start thinking that it is okay to egregiously hide content behind a paywall. We're already dealing with this enough when we're dealing with sports games, how, with NBA 2K and Madden and all of this shit, where we're literally spending the $70 a year or $70 per game, and then we're also going to have to go and spend another X amount of money on microtransactions or whatever just to be able to compete in the game. And so that's already set a bad precedent for the industry. We already have these games that are extremely over monetized. So you coming in and you're, as GTA is, they're raising the price of the video games because most games right now are being sold for 70. They're upping the price. The base game would be 80. So now other video game companies are going to feel like they have the right, or they're going to have the audacity to try to charge $80 for their games, and their reasoning is going to be, oh well, GTA charged $80, so we're going to do it. And it's extremely annoying, but I find it funny because, as me personally, I don't buy that many video games. I don't have that much expendable income to be buying every game left and right. So if I buy a video game, it's because I know that it's a game that's going to speak to me. I know that it's a game that I'm going to play. So there are a lot of games where personally I'm like, this game does look interesting, but I don't know about it. So I'll just wait for it to come on sale, or I'll wait for it to hit Game Pass or PS Plus or whatever the case may be. So these companies thinking that they can just charge $80 for games now because GTA is going to do it, I find that hilarious. Like, you're not GTA. Like, you're Activision. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you think that I'm going to spend. Just because I spent $80 on GTA, that means I'm going to go spend $80 on Assassin's Creed. Like, they are not the same. The quality's not the same at all. Like, those aren't things. But even beyond that, just the base price, with you having the Ultimate Edition and you having all of this in-game content locked behind a paywall, the issue isn't necessarily that in and of itself because that's not new to video games. The issue is just setting a precedent of what content and how much content. Because if this is just purely cosmetics, like, oh, just hair and outfits, I guess that's not too bad. But the way that it's listed on the website is that there are actual like vehicle workshops, there are actual stores and like buildings in the game that you won't be able to enter, you won't be able to interact with if you don't have the ultimate version. So the last thing I want is to be buying a game. Again, this is a single player game, so to be paying for a single player game and being told, oh, but if you really want to access the real game, the whole entire game, where you can actually do everything that we created for you to do, you got to pay an extra $20. I think that's bullshit. But at the end of the day, it is Rockstar. And that's where I kind of want to get to my second point, because about the discussion around the news. Because we can all admit that, yes, this is greedy. They're trying their way to make as much money as they can, and that's cool. With it being GTA, before they even announced the price, I personally was already willing. Like, my price was $100 because of how many hours I personally put into GTA 5 and GTA Online. I have no issue spending $100 on GTA. I personally, I have no issue because I know that I'm going to get hundreds of hours of content. The amount of times that I've replayed the story and played GTA Online, not to mention San Andreas and all of this, like, and GTA 4 on top of GTA 5, like, I'm going to get my money's worth. $100 is nothing to me. So that's not the issue. I know that Rockstar creates great games. I stand on this. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the greatest open world game ever created. There is not a single open world game that achieves the things that Red Dead Redemption 2 does as an open world video game. If we're talking about story, there are very few stories that are as good as RDR2. But I'm specifically talking about the open world, how it's being immersive, how you can literally live in the world, how you have all of these activities, how you can go into the game and play the game without doing any missions and still, you get what I'm saying, like, have fun. One of my favorite things about RDR2, and it's one of the reasons why I think the open world is so amazing, the amount of times that I've turned on RDR2 to go play, and I played for like 4 or 5 hours just for me to turn the game off and to realize I didn't do a single mission, that I just spent 4 hours hunting or fishing or doing side quests or trying to hunt for legendary animals or track down, like, certain things. Like, that to me is what makes a really good open world, is when I can turn the game on and live and immerse myself in the world without even playing the game, if that makes any sense. I'm not even doing missions. I'm not doing what the game is telling me to do. I'm going in there and living in the world myself. I think very few video games pull that off, and I think RDR2 is undeniably the best open world game ever. So, coming from RDR2 to GTA 6, I have absolutely no doubts, zero doubts, that this game is going to be amazing. Like, you tell me the last time Rockstar gave us a bad game. So with that being said, I need to talk about this next thing, which is the discourse around the game. I'm on Twitter and I'm reading it, and people have this habit of, when everybody loves something, when something is super popular, you always have other people that have to come and try to, like, shoot it down and, like, talk shit about it and bring it down. So I'm kind of new to that. Well, I kind of noticed that. But then I also noticed that because, like I said earlier, GTA 5 came out in 2013, right? So there's a whole generation of kids that all they know is GTA 5. They don't know GTA San Andreas going into GTA 4, going into GTA 5. You know what I mean? They don't know that. All they know is GTA 5. All they know is GTA Online. You got so many people online who proudly say, oh, I don't care about GTA storyline. Who gives a fuck about the story mode, the single player? I only care about online. And it's like, these are the people that are now, like, trying to dominate the conversation about GTA, and it's making me sick. What I'm specifically talking about is now how people are trying to go and reverse engineer and try to act like we don't all love GTA 5. I'm on the timeline on Twitter, and all I see is all of these. Oh, GTA 5 is overrated, and GTA 5 actually wasn't that good, and GTA 6, like, it better be good because GTA 5 was a letdown, and all of this shit. And it's like, bro, it's making me, it's annoying to me as someone who lived through it in real time. Like, GTA 5 changed the world. All of these people today are trying to go in hindsight, and it really started with the YouTube video by, he's a YouTuber called Nakey Jakey, and it's about GTA's game design or their mission design, which, and in the video he talks about how their mission design is pretty basic, how it hasn't really been iterated upon game after game. But I personally don't have an issue, not to respond to this video, I personally don't have an issue with their mission design because not every game is supposed to be everything, if that makes any sense. Like, you can't have a game that does everything. And I think when you boil the mission design as to, oh, go here and shoot, they walk here or drive here, shoot these people, walk, drive away. It's like you're just boiling it down to like the most bare bones, and you're trying to use that as an example as to why the mission structure is basic. When we're talking about a game, specifically the RDR2, that is such a story-driven game with so many outliers in it as far as gameplay-wise, where you don't have to follow the main story 100% of the time. To try to sit up there and to complain about the mission structure, I think is you're missing the forest for the trees. Like, you're trying to focus on one thing as if there isn't 90% more game to be played. But however, because of that video, I think a lot more people are trying to push this narrative that all of a sudden GTA games aren't good and that the mission structure sucks and that they've been overrated and we don't know what we're talking about. And it's actually super duper annoying because the game came out so long ago, I don't even know if I'm conversing with people who are old enough to even understand the games how it was, or if I'm talking to people so young, what I'm saying? I'm talking to teenagers who literally, like I said, all they know is GTA Online. They don't know GTA San Andreas, GTA 4, and all of this stuff. I think my whole point of this whole video really is just to say, I think people need to calm down. I think, yes, the monetary practices, with them charging the $20 and hiding all the content behind the paywall, that is setting a bad precedent for the video game industry. I don't believe that should be applauded. I don't believe that we should necessarily look at that as a good thing. However, I think it's extremely disingenuous to act as if we do not all know what we're dealing with. And what we're dealing with is GTA 6. This is going to be unquestionably the biggest game launch of all time. There's not a single game with more hype, with more fucking expectations on it than this game right here. Period. No, there's like not a single game. There won't be this much hype for another game until GTA 7. So the way and I think the hype is extremely warranted as well. I think that's another thing that I'm struggling to understand around the conversation around the game is we're acting like everybody's this hype for fucking like Starfield 2. Like, people are acting like we're this hype for, a goddamn Fallout 76 update. Like, no, this is GTA.
What's cooking?
You can go back and play GTA 5 right now, and people will sit up there and try to tell you, oh, the GTA 5 story sucks. Which, again, sure, especially compared to GTA San Andreas and then coming to GTA 4. Yes, the GTA 5 story is lackluster, but I just said, they just gave us Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, they just gave us Red Dead Redemption 2. Why do you think if they went from GTA 5 to Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't think that they're going to go to GTA 6 and give us a story even worse than GTA 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, that it doesn't make sense. The quality of everything, from the storytelling, the animations, the gameplay, everything, the visuals, it's going to take a lot for me to believe that this GTA 6 game that we're about to get is going to be anything less than spectacular. And lastly, the very last thing I want to get off to, because I want to get this off now, just so I can quote it later, is, as of right now, today's the 1st. I'm sorry, but today's the 1st. So people are complaining because, oh, we haven't gotten any GTA 6 gameplay. They've released 2 trailers, but they haven't released any gameplay. And again, I don't know if I'm talking to kids who weren't around for GTA 5, but go back right now and go watch the GTA 5 trailers. All of the trailers released before GTA 5. And then think about your time with the game. There's actually a lot more gameplay shown in the GTA 5 trailers than you realized at the time, because at the time we just thought they were rendered cutscenes. However, there's actually a lot of gameplay shown in GTA 5, and I think if you go and you look at the GTA 6 trailers, you will see a lot of crossover. They actually have given us and have shown a decent amount of gameplay. Maybe not, you know, like, oh, literally showing me control the player, but we've seen clips from the game. We know what the game is going to look like based off of the trailers. And again, because they've shown us in GTA 5 trailers gameplay, I believe they did the exact same thing. And you can tell specifically in the trailer, the specific part where Jason is on his porch and he's talking to the guy down at his truck, and the guy's yelling at him up thing. And Jason turns around and he mocks him. He goes, "Oh, I love you, Jason. Talk to you later, Jason." And then he turns around and opens the door. If you've played any GTA game, that is 100% leading into gameplay session. That is an animation transition that I've seen in every single GTA game since San Andreas. Like, it's extremely obvious that right there was gameplay. So I just find it funny. All of these, oh, we haven't seen gameplay and all of this. Like, number one, it's GTA. What the hell do you need gameplay for? Like, they don't even need to drop a trailer. Just say, hey, we're dropping GTA and with a cover image, and people are going to buy it. But they did drop the trailers, and I'm sure they're going to drop a third one. We've seen the gameplay. We know what GTA is. There's no reason to sit around and pretend like we haven't been playing these games for however long we have. Because we have. Even if you're new and you are new to GTA, you have never played GTA 4, you never played GTA San Andreas, you never played Vice City, and you never played 3 and all of this stuff. Even if you never played that before, it is undeniable how GTA has influenced the entire gaming industry. And so to try to all of a sudden try to flip it around and go, oh, this is ridiculous, they're charging too much and the game was never that good, I just think that's ridiculous. I think it's extremely ridiculous. And I'm not trying to cape for a corporation, but it's just like, let's be real here. Like, if there is any sure bet in gaming, if there was ever a sure bet in gaming, it is Rockstar making a GTA game. Undeniable. Undeniable. But that's all I have for today. I just want to get that quick rant off. I don't know why people try. I hate when people try to go back and do revisionist history and try to act like GTA 5 wasn't a great game or isn't a great game. Like we haven't all spent 400 hours each on it. It's pretty crazy to me. But thank you guys for tuning in to another video, man. I'm trying to do these more consistently. Check out my last video. I was talking about LeBron retiring, but from the looks of it, he's not going to retire. He's going to end up playing another season outside of the Lakers, so that should be cool. I might do another video on that, depending on where he ends up landing. But thank you guys for tuning in to another video, man. Check out the last video. Go ahead, like and comment, subscribe, and all of that nonsense. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'm out of here.